Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. In this video today, I am going to show you one of the most broken OP ways of scoring on EAFC 24. There is something in common with every single player here. You've probably figured it out already, as thumbnail might have helped you as well. It is the whipped pass playstyle plus. Let's read what it says. So I'll remove my camera for a sec so you can see the description. So, all crosses are highly accurate, travel faster, and with more curve. Performs driven crosses with exceptional power. So, this is basically, as it says, just makes every single form of cross miles better. The crossing stat, all the players who have this, to be fair, have like near 90 crossing anywhere. Not tried this Marcus already, so I would be interested to see, to be fair, whip pass with lower crossing, what it's like. Well, all these players tend to have really high crossing. In my team right now, I use Baka, who's getting an assist every 4 games. And to put this into perspective, I've only really just started to try cross it much in the last few days. And she's been getting a lot more since then. Mukiele only started to try it with him now. He's not as good going forward as Baka generally. But now that I'm actually trying to do it, he's been getting a few. Because I play the 4-3-2-1, I only have one fullback properly getting forward, which is Baka. But I might start trying both. Be a bit aggressive. But yeah, this crossing technique's crazy. We're going to talk you a little bit through it, and then I'm going to show you numerous examples in-game of me scoring with it, and the ways you set it up, and some of the little more advanced tips and tricks like, sure, get into a crossing position, press cross, hey, there you go. It is fairly simple, but there are a few nuances to it, a few little things you can do to set it up, and a few specialised areas where you're going to be really be able to make the most out of it. Are you sick to death of getting out-teamed on FC24? Want that God squad you've always been dreaming of? Check out iggm.com today, the best and most reliable place to get coins for your ultimate team. Use the link in the description and code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out iggm.com today. So I think this video is really going to help you open up some ways of scoring. Honestly, I'm a little bit worried about this in terms of think that the more as people start to use it, because at the start there weren't many players who had it. It was pretty much just Hemp and Kelly who were remotely meta who had it. But as we get more players, like in the last few weeks, we have Mukiele, Laudrup, Cancelo, Havertz, Llorente, Dumfries. As more players get this playstyle plus and players that are good enough to use, not just for the playstyle, and what we're going to see a lot more of it is going to be a bit OP. I honestly think there's a viable tactic of just playing 5 back and just running down the wing and just constantly crossing it. In my team at the moment, I'm using I'm using Riquelme up front. He's 6 foot, which is decent height, but he's got 60 something jumping and 58 heading, and he is scoring a lot of headers with this. I'd be very interested. I'm not going to try it for champs, I don't think, but I'm very tempted after champs and rivals to start trying out this Courtois card in the box. 6'6" with gold aerial, and he's got power header. His heading's only 49, to be fair. I didn't realise it was that bad. Be interested to see what 49 heading, but with power header, because it says they have increased accuracy. Be interested to see what this guy's like in the air when you have whipped passes to him. I think it could be a bit ridiculous, so I'm going to test it out. But yeah, any questions, do let me know. We're now going to get into some clips where I explain exactly how you do the crosses, the type of positions you want to do, and how you can set up some really hard ones for the opponent to defend. Let's get into the clips. Okay, in this clip here, we've got a great example of a prime area where you want to be doing the cross using the whipped pass playstyle plus. I don't know why they don't call it whipped cross, but there you go. Okay, so here you go. You can see already Baka has this beautiful area of the pitch here with no one near her. She's got a lot of space to run into. You need wingers or fullbacks with this who are going to be making overlapping runs down the wings. If you have fullbacks on stay back while attacking, because it's generally fullbacks who tend to have this playstyle, but if you have fullbacks who have this on stay back while attacking, and they're never getting into probably anywhere from around here onwards to cross it, it's going to be pretty useless. So they do need to be a bit more attacking. So you can see here, I can see already, I'm in my head thinking, I've not really got much here. It's good as well because when you start doing this cross, what it does is it forces your opponent to come out and deal with it, because the cross is that OP that sometimes I've had people use it against me where they've got no one who seems open and they cross it and it just seems to find someone randomly open. You have to deal with this cross. You can't just let them cross it in. Forces them out wide and then it gives you more space in the middle. But I'm here dribbling around trying to play for space here. I see back in a lot of space. And now it's this area here where the take a touch. You can do it first time, but take a touch is a lot better. Crossing it around here, I want to find someone at the back post around there. You could here put 1 or 2 bars and it would aim there. But I'm doing near full power because I want it to go to the guy at the back post, Raquelme. The other thing as well is, generally speaking, most people's fullbacks are a lot worse in the air than centre-backs. Most centre-backs on the game at this point are Blanc, Van Dijk, big 6'4" centre-backs that have aerial. If you can pinpoint the cross, and these crosses are that accurate, where it goes to the back post and it's against someone's fullback, it's a lot easier. Because this cross is that good generally, a lot of headers are uncontested. But if you aim in the middle where there's more players, it's going to be harder. But if you can isolate someone at the back, especially when someone's using backer, backer's tiny. So if you're playing against backer and someone trying to do this, you're going to be weak at the back post. The strikers quite often peel back there. I can see here Raquelme is against, I think it's Karchawi. He's got a big advantage there. You can see there the cross goes there. You can see because it's got that. Crossing on this game is pretty bad if you don't have this play style. But when you have this play style, they pretty much always get it perfect. It never goes to the keeper. And there, it puts the cross in a position where my guy can win it. No one's going to beat him to this header. And from there, he's literally 6 yards out. When he's 6 yards out at this point, let me just go back there. At this point, 6 yards out, you basically can't miss this as long as you aim your header properly. Do remember headers are manual, but it's such an easy header. Keeper can't deal with that. So you can see here, go out wide, find the space, take a touch to set myself. See, I've got to play in a bit of space, cross it in. It's pinpoint perfect. It is near impossible to stop. This area here is like the golden area to do it. Let's show you some more clips. Okay, this clip here honestly shows quite how OP this cross is. This is a bit disgusting, this one. But you can see here, I've got a 1-2. I've got options to pass to here, so it's a bit harder for them to press me and fully mark me. I'm trying to create a bit of space. Generally, all the players who have this are decent on the ball, so you can turn and find some space. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have crossed this, but you can see it's gone above his head. It megs is. And even though the cross isn't perfect, there's quite a few players in the box, it's still something that they have to deal with. Their player takes a bad touch. Because it's got so much power and it's whipped really accurately, it's so quick that if the defender doesn't deal with it instantly, bad things happen basically. And then you can see there, it gives me a nice easy tap in at the back post. Very hard to deal with. And even when the opponent thinks they might be able to, quite often they can't. Okay, this one here is one of my absolute favourites. This cross is outrageous. It's insane. I don't know how you defend this. So here, I've counter-attacked. Counter-attacks on this game are very good. Players at this point of the game, most of them will have 99 pace if you have a chem style on them. A lot of people, especially one of the weaknesses with this tactic, is you do need fullbacks to push up. So if you can counter-attack and you catch someone's fullback pushed up, you're going to have a lot of space. Here, I start taking big right stick touches. Be very careful sprinting full on and taking big touches if you don't have the space. But here, I know that I do. And the thing is, they still do have to look inside in case you pass there. You go back there. I would have closed it down a bit more if I was my opponent. But here, you can see there, I can see Raquelme here making that run to the back post. If Raquelme was there or there with Mbappe, it probably wouldn't work. But I can see now, he's going to get there. I know if I put a lot of power, you can see the power of my cross there. It's nearly full power. If I did like half bar, it'd have probably gone there. You nearly always want to, with this cross, be going to the back post. I cross to the back post and look what happens. It is absolutely perfect. A Raquelme with 58 heading, no power header, puts it perfectly. This position here where your player can literally, that's that perfect motion where they're balancing like that. They can whip it full power to the back post. Absolutely beautiful. And then you just, generally speaking, head it back across goal. It is very hard for your opponent to defend. So counter-attacks, shaping up your body, curving it to the back post. These crosses are crazy. Okay, here, one of the most ridiculous ones, to be honest. Not really got a lot on this opponent. 0-0, very defensive. Lots of players around here. You can see at this point now, I see my Mbappe, kind of a bit of space at the back post. And I've got backer with a whip pass. I do pretty much a full power cross because I don't want it to go to one of these guys. And look at that cross there. It's so accurate. And it's an easy volley. I don't really know how you defend that for the most part. Just the cross is so quick, accurate, and perfect. Watch it one more time in full speed, how it looked in game. So hard for the opponent to defend here. And a lot of it is just getting the space, using the threat of other players, and then you send it to the back post. Very hard to defend against. The last clip I'm going to show you is something I will be very surprised if you've not had someone try against you yet. It is taking the corner short with someone with whip pass, someone like Backer, making a bit of space, passing back to them, then crossing in. Very simple, but very effective. Honestly, there are some ways of setting it up a bit better. So I generally like to cross my corner into around here, L1 to switch someone, then head it in. That's a very effective way of scoring if someone doesn't move the keeper. But when they move the keeper, try and mix it up. There's a few options. You could pass it short and then go down there and cross it to the back post. You could pass it short, go to the edge of the box, look for a Trivella. You could pass it short and do this. Not sure about the keeping there, and it wasn't a great header to be honest, but I pass it short here, and you can see here, this nearly always seems to happen. I find a big player, normally the centre-back, will kind of wander off to the back post. You can see there again my power. I put a lot of power on, I want it at the back post. I aim it there, and at that point, not a great header by me, and often it ends up being the header's more from here. I should have aimed it a bit more that way, but that much power on it, because you generally have a centre-back who's got power header, is very hard to defend. The cross finds the player every time, pretty much. I'd say 9 out of 10 times, if you've got someone in any space and you aim the power right, the cross is going to be pretty much perfect. So hard to defend. Makes corners more OP, makes counter-attacks more OP, gives you a threat from pretty much anywhere on the pitch around the box. Opens up a lot more things. It is OP. You guys need to add this to your game. Let me know how you find it if you do try it out. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, keep it spicy. See you guys in the next one. Peace.